And then today we have a very special session. This is because today is the last day too, and then also we have a special guest coming out from the Africa and also from Handong University and student, and then also adjunct professor Park gonna be online today and various of different location talk about the 착한 concept. The meaning is how we're gonna be sustainably working together with the various material. So they are preparing on live right now, joining this call with the Zoom. And while I'm gonna introduce this AKC, this is 9th AKC Asia Korea Conference on Science and Technology. Of course, we prepare a lot with this beautiful conference site today. And typically this one, and we usually do this AKC event in Marina Bay, a very high-end venue, right, in Singapore, offline site. And then ever since COVID pandemic, we quickly convert to the very successful way of hybrid conference. Not only online, but on and offline as you see me right now. This is broadcasting live and over the world right now, and a lot of people right now joining for the conference. The reason we do that because of the experimental wise, we believe we can actually connecting all together very sustainable way. And then the last year, this year, it was very successful, and then we are hoping that the next year we can have more offline. The meaning is regular as previous way to actually get together, and we are working actually connecting much better way. This event organizer is basically Korea Science and Engineering Association in Singapore, supported by the Korean Federation of the Science and Technology Society, which is the big organization, and they aiming for developments in science and technologies in general, especially they connecting Asia, which is one of the countries, Singapore, as well as European country and North America, and so on and so forth. And then we co-organizing this event with the KASEA, KSEAJ, and then also the KCSEA. Of course, in this excellent event, we have a lot of sponsors. From Luca AI Cell, LTIS, Samsung SDS, the Park System, COAS, Chakancha, Engineer Without Border, Botanic System, Surgical Diagnostic, Inspiron, Handong Global University, Yellow Thing Singapore, MRF, HW Sensor, Violin Scientific, and also from the Virus Bus. With the university, this venue actually see that it's a clean tech venue with a sustainable eco laboratory, which is a beautiful setting, and then also beautifully open it for us. We are using this whole space and venue, 6th floor for the first time. They didn't open it yet, but JTC and eco laboratory and provide us for the first time, and then this is beautiful event space we are trying for the first time. We thanks to the Eco Lab and Nanyang Technological University, also National University of Singapore for the support, and then the finally Digital Intelligence Quotient DQ Institute also support this whole event. With this event was successful because we have a lot of people actually promote and diligently working for this event. 10 committee members, also student bodies from NUS, NTU, SMU put a lot of time and effort to organizing this event. And then I thank you all for generous support and not only time, also financially. This event is we are doing the ninth event, and as you see the picture in here, this was opened 2019 in the Changi Airport. It's a beautiful multi-billion-dollar shopping arcade. Right after 2020, after COVID-19 pandemic was closed, but they are preparing, I heard, open up right now. So I'm hoping that from November 15, we have a pre-fed VAT, VTA, travel, vaccine travel pathway is available between Singapore and Korea. As you clearly see that I don't wear the mask right now. We're gonna have more and more interaction November 15 and onward next year. Definitely we will have not only online interaction but also for the offline physical interaction, so that we can have a generous meeting on all. Okay, now we have about 2-3 minutes to waiting all the people are joining, and then I will introduce the final talk today. Today is a very exciting talk overall in here, because the Professor Daehyuk going to give you a talk about holistic approach to global problem solving by forming a global collaboration among various interest groups. Professor DH was actually very successful entrepreneur, especially after dramatic life as a trader, and then he was invest bank entrepreneur, and then also private equity manager and philanthropy in London, Tokyo, and now in Seoul. He has a very special definition as a good entrepreneur, as a person who solves a problem for others in a scalable and very importantly sustainable way, after finding a success to solve a problem through the venture empathy with the people by the problem, which I believe is very important. And then the reason we invite him, because the topic of conference is a sustainability with the global emerging biotechnology and science. He was he basically grew the multi-billion company before, and he's thinking about a lot of sustainability, and then he wanna give a talk in live, so we're gonna connect him very soon and start from 10 a.m. and then also the whole student body, like engineers in Boulder, 3 different teams going to give you a talk, and then we prepare video for that, each 10 minutes each. And it was a very special event. We prepare a lot for the preparation. After that, we're gonna have a live. We're gonna have live connecting Handong University, Professor Park, and Africa, Kenya, and Chakanja site, the various of different fields. We're gonna have drag interaction, 1 hour conversation with each other. Okay? Is it Professor Park here? All right, very good. So let's welcome him to joining this event. Hello, Professor Park.
Morning, Dr. Cho.
All right, very good. So I just introduced. I hope that you heard my introduction.
Thank you for your great Too good to believe for me. Presentation, introduction. Thank you very much.
Okay, the stage is all yours. I see that a lot of students joining right now, and then a lot of place from the NTU. Hi everyone from the Handong University and so on. I'm glad to have the all insight, and then I'm hoping that we can have a great discussion today. Stage is all yours. Please welcome Professor Park.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Cho. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very much honored to be here to present a new approach toward global problem solving. And this is very much talk about this idea to the world. And I think today's event will be kind of the first step toward that. And today I'm going to present and propose a new approach toward global problem solving. Let me start. GPS way, a holistic approach to global problem solving. In AKC 2021, the purpose is global sustainability. And for global sustainability, you need to achieve 3 goals at the same time: ecology, economics, equity. If you achieve 2 and miss 1, then it's not going to be sustainable at all. 3 goals has to be achieved at the same time. That is why it's so difficult to achieve. And there are 2 approaches for the global sustainability: top-down, bottom-up. And top-down, we are very familiar with, like Sustainable Development Goals set by United Nations by 2030, and Paris Climate Agreement, and complete ban of sale of combustion engine car by 2035 in Europe. And there are also bottom-up approach like environmental activists like Greta Thunberg, or Tumblr campaign, local food movement, veganism. There are many activities to change behavior of people and to change the global policy at the end. And do you think we can achieve global sustainability this way? But I don't think so, because when I see US president is fighting against young girls, I think, and also when this drama, a Squid Game, which is about winner takes all, everyone, this is so popular, and this is really saying to the people, we are going through like this end game, like Squid Game. And I think we need a different approach. When you change something, they say there are 5 phases, starting from individual change and team, division, company. But I think, individual change is very good, but it's very costly. And team, division, company change, which is almost impossible. And they say the 5th one is most difficult one, but maybe this is the only way feasible, because you never change things by fighting existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. This is what Buckminster Fuller said, and he's a very famous US scientist. I think he's right about that. So I want to propose new way, GPS way. GPS way start with a problem. When you worried about sustainability, that means that there are a problem. So to solve problem, I think you need to play with the problem and play with the purpose to solve the problem, and play with purpose-driven people to solve the problem, and play with MVP which can solve the problem and build a business model which make the problem solving in a scalable and sustainable way, and build a purpose-driven company to solve problem in a sustainable, scalable way and solve problem. And in more details, and there was 5 stages, like each stage a different activity. It's more like a game and play, and you play with the games, and then problem gets solved and your level will go up. And I made this flow chart like a game. And one day I want to build a game which will make people to solve problems by playing game only. And the end result will be, instead of killing big boss, but creating company, purpose-driven company to solve problem for others. And actually this program ends with a 4-dimensional business planning like this, starting with the problems and product and various variables and factors to prepare to make it sustainable and scalable companies. And GPS program was created to nurture GPS as an educational program in Handong Global University in 2019. And there were secrets behind this program. And I found that solving problem for others is love in action. There is a typo. And problem is the source of monetary value. And co-creation by purpose-driven community is very doable. And company building can be gamified. And actually you can learn from lab by learning by doing. And I have mentioned this secrets last year, so I'm not gonna go into detail. And through this program, we can nurture GPS. And the first program is GPS 101, is actually consists of 5 modules for 3 weeks each. And first module, you will find out who you are. And second module, you will find what is my life purpose. Can I change the world? Find my gap. And you build your life roadmap like this. Your roadmap toward purpose-driven life. And then second class is a GPS prep. It's like a preparation for experiment. Find your global problem and study your global problem and build your domain in internet because it's cheap, and build your pitch to attract your team members, your partners, to start your quest to solve the problem. And so we have managed to have so far 2 teams like Chak and Cha to solve the problem of typicals, poverty, and educational program development. Actually, what I found is a co-creation of problem with the people who suffer from a problem. So if you want to create a new educational program, you need to work with the students. So GPS PD is actually co-creating educational program with students. And this is Chakanja team, this is GPS PD team. And third class is simulation. And you build a pitch to attract more people like professionals, scientists, engineers, and policymakers, ministers, many kind of people to solve problems together with the people who are suffering from problems, and find your secret and test your secret to build MVP like this. And then capstone, which is actually to set up a company. Before you set up a company, you need to test your MVP to make it into a product and business model and make a pitch to go to the world. And we have managed to create a company a few months ago, Chakancha Korea. And this is to compare social movement with a GPS way against social movement. And I'm not going to cover it in detail because I mentioned the last year. And GPS way against the Langer Lab, similar, but it's a bit different. And Harvard Business School, it's very much different because this case study is about history. GPS way is live in action. Harvard Business School is about shareholders' viewpoint, but this is stakeholders' viewpoint. They want to maximize profit, and we want to solve problem. They want to win by strategy, but we are not waging war. We use wisdom. They're using analytic approach, but we are holistic. They seek efficiency, but I found out from Harvard that their longest experiment, the real happiness or success of people is actually by how much they well maintain their relationship. So relation is more important than efficiency. It's not about taking your advantage, but it's giving you advantage to solve problem. And they are about 100 years old. We are 3 years old only. The problem statement: producers are not producing product services that consumers want. So we are not living in a sustainable world. I think the reason is because the golden rule has been broken. They are not treating consumers the way consumers want to be treated. So according to ADM, the consumers now want like these things, like nourishment for the whole self, plant-based lifestyle, microbiome as the root of wellness, clean, transparent sourcing, humanization of pets, precise and responsible animal feeding, sustainable goodness, advanced renewable and biosolutions. All are pointing toward the need for the global sustainability. And I suggest this solution statement. Let's build a new global value chain for every product and every services that are better for global sustainability. You know, if you divide people into two groups, they are producers or consumers, but sometimes you act as consumers as well as producers. But producers, to provide product and service, they go through R&D, design, purchasing, production, distribution, marketing services. But this is not sustainable. We need to build a new global value chain which are sustainable. To do that, you need to look at holistic approach. You need to go, take the satellite, go up to the sky and look down the earth, how they move, why they move. So to do that, you need lateral thinking. Instead of a horizontal, vertical thinking like bottom up, top down, we need horizontal thinking. You need to break out of your silo, and you need to work together with different discipline people, and you need to cross borders. To make it sustainable value chain, you need to not only make it sustainable ecology, economics, equity. To do that, you need feasible technology. You need a viable business. To achieve this, we have to work together. Not only policymakers, NGOs, but also we need people like you, scientists and engineers. We need also medias, investors, and pro bono volunteers. And you need GPS lab. And since there are so many products and services in the world, let's start with Africa, because they need help the most. And instead of targeting very complex, sophisticated, advanced product services. Let's start with very simple product like agricultural product, metals, and gems. Tea, coffee, cocoa, cashew nut, cotton. Largest exporter of tea is actually Kenya. And coffee has been originated from Africa. 70% of coffee comes from Africa. 90% of, actually the number is not correct. 70% of cocoa comes from Africa, 90% of cashew nut comes from Africa. And the coltan, the very rare metal to be used for making smartphone, comes from Congo and Rwanda. The militant people in Africa sold coltan using exploited laborers to make enough money to buy guns and weapons to kill almost 10 million people. And gold, you have been watching like Blood Gold, the movie, nickels, copper, cobalt. Actually, we have been exploiting Africa, killing African people, devastating African nature. We are the culprit. We need to solve this problem. And gems, like diamond, garnet, ruby, sapphire, tanzanite. What we can do, GPS lab can provide to you is, since you know all the answers, technology and knowledges, we are very good at communicating with producers and consumers. And we think we can help you to product developed, and we'll provide branding and business modeling, incubation, fundraising, and shared service. So scientists, engineers, when they want to start a company, you will be very busy with so many urgent matters, which is not really important when it comes to solving problems. So I want you to concentrate on solving problems for others. Rest of things will do for you through GPS lab. And what about foreshadowing? I think we have a glimpse of, we have seen a glimpse of hope. Just take a minute to listen to this music. This music has been watched by more than 1.3 billion people in the world. And this is sung by the best boy band, BTS.
처음엔 널 알아보게 됐어 서로를 불러왔던 것처럼 내 혈관 속 뒤에 네가 말해줘 내가 찾아 헤맸던 너라는 걸 우리 만남을 수학의 공식 종교의 유법 우주의 선미 내게 주어진 운명의 증거 너는 내 꿈의 출처 Take it 너에게 내민 내 손은 좀 해질 숙명 걱정하지 말라 이 모든 건 우연이 아니니까 우리 완전 달라 baby 운명을 찾아낸 둘이니까 우주가 생긴 그날부터 계속
I hope we can watch this video to the end, but we don't have enough time for that. So I will go to the next slide. I have a problem. Okay. So why BTS has been so popular? Actually, the secret is the army. The 40 million members of army is a secret. The army stands for Adorable Representative MC for Youth. I think there is a hope because the millennial generation want to see that world changing. They want something different way. And to achieve that, we need to meet the millennial generation and turn them into a fandom. And the 3 C's have been planted, 착한차, 티키타카, 와. So from now on, each team will present their ideas. So 착한차 team, could you start your presentation?